Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joe Smith, and this is the news. Joe Smith here, been getting tired of hearing all this mass shooting bullcrap, and gun debate talk, and political stuff, and Joe Smith thinks the news is just too dang damn depressing. So you know what? Joe Smith's going to try something different here on Joe Smith's occasional little news stories. Maybe Joe Smith and Time can start doing them like every day at noon Central Time or something. But Joe Smith thinks that there's enough news outlets, and the lamestream media between print, internet, and TV, and wherever, talking about the same depressing stories, the same shootings, the same bullcrap. So Joe Smith's going, from here on forward, Joe Smith's going to try and steer clear of that stuff. And Joe Smith's going to try and give you guys something a little bit different. Joe Smith's going to try and focus more on some odd stories, funny stories, unique stories, stuff that doesn't get that much attention, and try and keep things a little bit more upbeat. So, from now on, instead of the news with Joe Smith, it's going to be the good news with Joe Smith. So, here's some stories from this week so far. We got some world record attempts and some new world records. Believe it was in England, someone made a giant Rubik's Cube that was something like 5 foot by 5 foot or 6 foot by 6 foot, something like that. Actual functioning Rubik's Cube that big, and they had it turned. They turned it that way after making it, or they put the stickers on the pieces, but had it set up to where it had a mosaic of Prince Henry's face. It's like a 5x5 or 6x6 Rubik's Cube, something like that. Maybe it's a hair smaller than 5x5, but it's at least 4x4 or bigger. If you're interested, Google it. But yeah, a huge Rubik's Cube with Prince Henry's face and a mosaic on one side of it. One of your new world records this week. Another new world record this week in France. They made, this is what the French are up to nowadays. They made a fruit salad that weighs 22,707.6 pounds. There's another new world record. But not to be outdone by Europe. Rhode Island. That little dot on the map in the good old United States of America. They decided to do a new world record American style. They laid 200,000 bras together across the countryside. They did it to, of course, raise awareness and money for breast cancer, but they, of course, set a new world record. In New York, they had their annual pumpkin pie eating contest. Molly Schuler won it again and broke a previous record of hers. She ate 50 slices of pumpkin pie in 10 minutes. And she won $1,500 and the worst case of heartburn ever. Speaking of pumpkin, Halloween's coming up. Joe Smith's going to have to do some more research on this. Just kind of saw the headline, thought he'd pass it along. But somewhere or other, they're doing an underwater pumpkin carving competition. Underwater. Yes, carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. Underwater. Colorado father and son got the new 3D printer. No, they didn't 3D print a gun. They did even better. They 3D printed a Lamborghini. Yes, Google it. Colorado father and son 3D printed a Lamborghini. Had past week or so, had a couple kids or guys, young men, boys, whatever you want to call them. And Joe Smith's heard about this a lot over the years. Don't know why people are doing this. They got a few screws loose or something or other, but they decided. But I guess some guys, some young guys, usually young guys, maybe some older guys, some too, but they like to put the red or the blue blinky lights in their car and try and dress up as like a police officer. And then they drive around, pull people over, and pretend they're writing them tickets or something or other. But it was like, where was it? Arizona, New Mexico, something like that. Had an 18-year-old kid pretending to be a police officer, had like a red and blue blinking light on his dash. Had a car pulled over, and he just pulled over and had walked up to the window or that to talk to the driver. And a real police officer just happened to be driving by and saw it and stopped to get back up, but then realized that something didn't look right and started asking this boy what department he's with. And at first the boy was trying, this 18-year-old boy trying keep straight face and try and sound tough and all that, and talk in a deep voice, and then he didn't fool the police officer, and the real police officer was like, well, go ahead and turn around right now, I'm placing you under arrest. And at the point, the boy was put in handcuffs in the back seat of the real police car, and he started crying at that point, and I'm so sorry, and all that, you know how these 18-year-old boys are nowadays. So yeah, he's now sitting in real jail and facing some serious charges. And also in the past week or so, it happened again. I think it was New York City, New York State, somewhere or other. Someone else was driving around pretending to be a police officer, but this guy, this van he pulled over, it was a van full of police officers, police detectives. They're on their way to some police conference thing, so he pulled over a van full of like 8 real cops. And yeah, he's lucky he didn't get some police brutality there, but yeah, he's staying in jail too. So people, we know Halloween's coming. We know dressing up as a police officer is a popular thing to do on Halloween. Wait till Halloween to do it. Don't use blinky lights in your car, especially blue lights and red lights. A lot of places those are illegal to use. Flashy blue lights or flashy red lights, and also green lights. Homeland Security might get mad at you for using blinky green lights on your vehicle. So red, blue, green lights, don't use any of those on your vehicle other than red lights for tail lights and brake lights. Otherwise, don't use them. Stick to white or amber. And even then, don't be like trying to pull people over pretending to be a police officer. Just wear the costume and go to some party and ask some drunk chick if she wants to play along. But don't do anything stupid this Halloween. And definitely quit dressing up as police officers and quit pulling people over. So, one more story. Local news. Pea Ridge, Arkansas annual mule jump competition is coming up here this Saturday. So, if you're interested in watching mules jump and see how high a mule can jump, book your ticket to Pea Ridge, Arkansas, and come watch that. Joe Smith's going to have to go check that out and maybe do a video of it just to share with you guys. But there you go. There's the first edition of the Good News with Joe Smith. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for playing Name the Tune. And got a couple more, or a few more great Name the Tunes coming up. This Sunday, Joe Smith forgot that he had an extra week of modern rock, or 90s to mid 2000s rock. Name that tunes already pre-recorded before announcing the 60s week. So, but Joe Smith kind of was real excited about the 60s week, and looks like everyone else been excited about it too. It's turning out to be a great thing. Definitely going to have to do it again here in the future. But these lost episodes, Name the Tune that got skipped over, got 5 of them lined up starting 12 o'clock noon Sunday, October 13th. We're going to play one every hour on the hour. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Those are going to be the 1990 through 2005 rock. And then at 4 o'clock, we got a special edition. And just to give you a little hint, it's another movie theme. So, if you ain't doing anything Sunday, or if you want an excuse to use the restroom during church or that, if you're like on the West Coast or something and you're in church still when these start, just be watching your watch or have your earplugs in and sneak out while everyone's singing their hymns and listen to the Name the Tune and see if you can guess it. Or if you're on the East Coast or Central and it's rainy or the weather's crappy or you're just bored, well, here's something to add a little fun into your Sunday afternoon. So, and next week we're going to have another theme week, and you're going to love it. So stay tuned, see what it is, and have fun. Joe Smith signing out.